Hi guys, here we go then, first video, just to quickly go over the first one then. So this is the first Thomas we brought in to sort out. Shouldn't have any major problems. I say all board is working. Let's just quickly go over this one and see what we've got then. So obviously X-Photo Me one, someone's took the plate off already. See, look, it's obviously it's stuck on as well as riveted in each four corners. Obviously you know that, you've seen them on all the rides. So standard Photo Me one, as long as Photo Me have got their code off there, they're not bothered. They just literally rip it off and leave it like it is. So it always comes like that. Sometimes it comes with the entire plate off, but literally as long as they've got their code off and they take all the barcodes off the insides of the cash doors as well, they're not fussed. So you can see here previous refurbs it's had where that plate there would have been on here, because you can see what happens is we fill it with body filler. Not us, but obviously when we work at the factory, they fill each four holes with body filler. If you can see, right. So no, this is where. So this space here, look, this is where you would have had the original Mitchell plaque. So it's got one hole, two holes there, and then these would have been the other holes there. So this wouldn't have been here. And if you look closely, you can't see. Sometimes you can see where the sun drains the plaque and prints on the actual fiberglass, but that's where the original Mitchell's plaque would have been, because this one is, as you can see, the older version. So this is the version with the speakers there, cash boxes there, coin mechs there, rolling roller standard, 4 buttons for the sound effects, but then your actual timer is a PCO2. So this is the original, this is a really old one. This is an original 94, 95 Postman pack. I believe it was 95 when it came out, but we'll say 94, 95. So this has got the same timer in as a budgie helicopter. Budgie helicopter, and also things like Jumbo and the Jet Set, all that sort of stuff. So big long Mitchell base, longer than like the Veteran van and things like that. Big long, obviously red Mitchell base, and the PCO2 is in there. So it's also got the 2 relays in there as well for the. Well, it's have a 1 relay. I think it have 2 relays. Will it have 2 relays or 1 relay? We'll have a look in a minute. It might have 1 relay just for the motor, but yeah. So PCO2. The relay is obviously external, as an external solid state relay that sits in the base as well. So this is an older version. So this is, this is one of the first ever Mitchell Thomas tanks, the 95 one. Now, obviously, major differences between the main things I like about me. Obviously, I'm going to do a full video on obviously my likes and dislikes about them both and compare them both. But just quickly looking here, I love this indent with the actual features and the detail on there. I love that, and the windows going as well. I love that. They're some of my favourites. If you look at the side here, it's had another plaque at some point on there, possibly one of those ones there, or maybe looking at it, what probably was, I'm having a guess, that recently it's had the Photo Me plaque there, so the price of play and the Photo Me details for if the ride breaks down or any problems there, and obviously again still the child information on there. Please stay with your child and supervise, blah blah. Then the main one that all the Photo Me ones have, which all the Jolly Roger and the Mitchells ones have now, which is this one. But back in the day when this was first made and first sighted, it would have had the big white Mitchell plaque there, hence the 2 holes there, and on the side it would have had the parents plaque. So it's different from that one. It was the old white plaque, and some of them have still got them on. It would have sat on the side of there. So as you're putting the child onto the ride, you could clearly see parents, please supervise your children at all times. The white with the blue writing on plaque, that would have gone there. And the holes, rather than been filled in and painted over with the same paint colour, they've literally just riveted them, look. So they took the plaque off, took the rivets out, and then re-riveted it just to do that, just to finish it off. So that would have been there. On the bottom there, obviously you've got your original, you see on here, this is quite interesting. You've got most of the original plaque missing. So you see here, look, this is an old Mitchell plaque, and this is number 32. I can't remember now which one. I won't say it's the 32nd one made, although I could be wrong. But that's the code for this ride. AA. So go on my face, please. The dog's trying to kiss me. That's the actual serial code, and that might be the number. We'll check it under the rides, but basically that plaque would have gone all the way along to here, and it's got the Mitchell address on this part of the plaque there. That's been taken off, look. It's got the Jolly Roger updated version on there, just a sticker saying Jolly Roger Amusements with the Heathrow address. So same address there, but obviously on there it says they've left that bit on, which is quite bizarre. I'm surprised they haven't took that off as well. But then again, that's obviously its original serial number, so I suppose that needs to be left on. And obviously there, that would have been a warning. That would have been that sticker there, and next to it there would have been the rest of that plaque. So that's that. So as I say, it's got the standard photo me, black, sort of like a black hose pipe over the thing with a clip one end and a clip the other end, or normally a clip the other end. It's missing off this one. With the standard, well, it looks like it's about 2.5 metre cable on. But yeah, so on the back of here, again, it's looking pretty decent, to be fair. It's quite sort of nice condition. I've just sprayed it with some antibacterial stuff just to make sure everything's all right. It's had a little touch-ups here and there. Look, I've got this paint, this colour paint. It's not quite the same colour as the thing, but I've got, it's thereabouts. So when it's on there, you can hardly tell it's on there. So the back of here, you've got the ADIP sticker. So 20th of the 5th, 19. So it's been out of ADIP since, well, 2 years ago. This might have still been on site, to be fair. I know that sounds bad, but this probably might have still been on site out of ADIPs. I've seen it before. Could be wrong though. In the back of here is obviously your timer. As soon as you get in there, the timer will be sat there waiting for you, big black box. So the timer's in there, and the rest of obviously the wiring goes up into the coin mech and the interface box behind there and the start button. Quite different, quite a weird looking start button there. It's obviously not a yellow one, it's a blue one. They replaced it with a blue one. Not much movement in the ride, which is great. I've got the key for the cash box, which is great. Looking around the front, he's actually in really good condition. A little bit of rust around the light. Obviously, he's wet through now, just digging it. He's a bit grubby, but yeah, we give him a good clean up. Actually, let's have a look. There's no. I don't think on these ones, on some of the really old Mitchell rides, you used to have a sheet on a sticker on the front of there with the price of play on. With this one, they've not had that, or I can't see where they've had it because normally the sun drains it and like stains it onto the fiberglass. But then again, with it being right under there, the top of the ride would shelter it anyway with the design of the ride. So, but yeah, what the plan is with this one? Well, this is the first one we're going to do. Plan is I'm going to get into it, air the base out, so obviously leave the door open, get the timer out, make sure it's all nice and dry, not moist, because obviously it's been stored. This one's been outside my house overnight. Got a bit wet, make sure it's all nice and dry before you even attempt to turn it on. And the other thing as well, that I always recommend with these rides, again, it's not been ADIP since 2019. It's probably been on site, but also as well, it could have been, obviously since March, it's probably been sat in storage since March. It's not worked since March, so if we go on the lockdown, from March onwards, it's not worked since March. It's got a bit of rust on the top of here, so it's been outdoors, or it's had its life outdoors, so just want to make sure it's not seized up. What we do first is get in the base, get all the way to the front to the motor, and make sure the motor spindle, the belt around the motor, and the gearbox all is nice and free and not seized up. Obviously, I've had it in the past, not with Mitchell rides, but I've had it in the past, we've turned a ride on and I burnt a motor out straight away just because it's been seized up. So just due to experience, straight in there, free up the motor, make sure that's all okay. We'll open the cash boxes, we'll clean it all down, we'll get this plate off, get the coin mech out. I'm going to service the coin mech, clean it all out, polish it all up, clean all the plate up as well. Make sure the wiring's intact, reposition, because it's never in place, reposition the actual interface box behind where the coin mech sits. Do all that. When it's all nice and dry, and I've all cleaned it all down, do another video, and we'll turn it on and we'll attempt to do a ride, and we'll see if straight away we can get it turned on and get it working straight away. Hopefully we can. I've been told they're all working. Whether they've been tested or not, in what conditions, I don't know. But we'll assess that when we do. So yeah, everything's all there. It's all complete. We'll get into it. We'll open all the doors up, take the locks off, air it out a little bit, clean it, dry it all off, and I'll do a video and I'll do the first turn on with you guys so we can see what it does. But up to you, I'm very pleased with this one. It's got a bit of rust on the thing there. All this metal work we'll do it with some wire. We'll clean it all up, and the ride will look absolutely spotless. So I hope you like it so far, guys. Quick 10-minute video just to obviously introduce this first ride. We'll get it all open, and then we'll clean it all down, and then do a video and we'll turn it on for the first time. And fingers crossed, it works straight away. Okay, see you in the next video, guys. Bye.